シティ第1弾です。早速ニューゲームから始めていきたいと思います。てか先に操作方法を確認だな。後からあれがどうだ。すげえ長い、細かい。走る、照準中発砲、アイテムを使う、近接攻撃、右がそうだね、照準を定める、アイテム、移動、カメラ、懐中電灯、押し込むのね、登る、武器のリロード、しゃがむ、インタラクト、長押しして物を取る。心の目？本当だ、下ボタンが心の目になってる。なんだこれ。ブロードキャストを終了すると、なるほど、心の目。遊び方というのが右で確認できるな。選択した証拠画面にピンで止める。上か。よくわからん。長押しと R で、証拠を切り替える。わからん。よし、始めてみよう。シンキングシティ。オープニングというかタイトル画面は海ですね。丸で確認します。読み込み中。下を使います。相変わらず調子が悪いの。冷ややかな関係。チャールズ・リードさんへ。あなたの要望通りマサチューセッツ州のオークモント市における集団ヒステリー、そして幻覚の発症に関して調査しました。どうやらあなたの仮説は正しかったようです。よかったです。追加のボタンを押して。キャラクターメイキングができる。手榴弾下を使ってる。ゾンビだった？すごい勢いで回ってる。どこじゃここは。海の中。あかーん。ベッドの中になんで夢落ちは最低だな。箱と音楽、感路線、折りたたみカメラ。なるほど。 何がなるほどだかわからない。まるで国中から人々はオークモンデに引き寄せられている。イースマンスの狩りみたいな感じ。みんなで海に帰ろう。まあ、これ持ってかないとあかんのでしょうけど。
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
プレイヤー置いてけぼりで話を進める。これはなんだ。しゃがんだ。そう、建設工事だ。弾ねえな。リロードだ。リロードだ。右側？これ？違うっぽいな。まあでもここにカメラのマークがあるからカメラを。そう。何でもかんでも殴ってしまう照準。お、取った。これでいいのか。こうか。お、なんとかの写真をゲットしてある。名盤。なるほど。大変だな。このゲームにお茶がいないと。あ、奥さんいないとゲームが進まない。
Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement. 巻き羽。ないね。さっき思いっきり勢い閉まったのに今度は閉まんなくなっちゃったよ。 Never trust a tourist advertisement.
テーブルって言ったって2つなんだからさ。敵か。殴ればいいの。
Now get out!
うせろ。うせろって言われましても、これ殴ったり銃で撃ったりとかしたらダメなんだろうか。あ、ほんと。これか？これか？後ろ？こう？ここにってこと？いたね。
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
あ、なんか選択肢に。どうにする？日本とやってんのに好きにしないよって言われた。ああ、また。奥さんとやってるのに好きにしないよって言われた。でも大体で台本見てない。ちょっと仮に見てもらってもいい？ YouTube で ディレイは12秒ぐらいか。あ、音声入ってるね。聞こえますか？これでコメントを打つ場合どうするんだろうね。一番下のコメントか。コメントは反映されてないね。よくわからん。とりあえずスーツの色を選ぼう。いいスーツだな。これは。
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
どうしてもこれを選ばせたくてしょうがないんだな。社交辞令が終わったところで、そうだな、この街はどうなっているんだ。大体俺の悩みについて言い出して。はい、そうですね。なかなかいないもんね。
rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
交通、そうだね。
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
まあ結局俺の悩みについて言わな
You
いとい
said
け
you
ない。
know someone who can help me with my problem.
これ選択肢に見せかけて選択肢
Such
させてくれない
vividness
感
of
じだね。
dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
どうやら主人公は病気について手がかりを知るべくためここに来たようです。ロバー
How
ト。
can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
滞在できる場所もあるので話の流れに
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust,
スローブモント
a
モント大
philanthropist,
学
a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to
滞
live.
在できる
Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
あー選択肢がどんどん増えてきたわね。あなたの食料は何だ？
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
どうやらろくなところではなさそうな
That's
と
it
こ
for
ろ
now,
に
I think.
主人公は向
Thanks
かお
for
うとしてい
helping
るよ
me
うな
get
気
my
がする。
bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
ロバート・スロモーングさんを探せ。これ落ちたら落ちるのかな。落ちた。なんという、普通はなんか見えないテクスチャーがついて、そこは行ってはいけますよみたいな感じになるんじゃないの。お、なんかダメージ食らってんぞ。どういうことだ。なんかいいのか。三角ボタンで上がると。いいな。いやー、ひどい目にあった。しょっぱなから海に落ちるとは。恐ろしいゲームだ。ダークソウルだったら死んでたぞ。なんだろう、ハテナの位置がマップの上にあるような。ツンツンと。お、どこだ？もっと待ってないかね。これこれ。ここ？登れない。行くか。ダメでした。なんだよ、自由要素があるから NPC も殴れるのかと思ったのに、グランツセフトオートみたいな感じには ならないっていうそういうことか。なんかいる。
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert
あっという間に
Throgmorton?
見つかったな。
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private
でも紳士っ
investigator.
ぽい
Just
声
arrived
だ
from
ね。
Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can.
そこについて何か。
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
やっぱりインスマウス人の
I
誰だ
take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned
人の
Innsmouth to the
魚面
ground.
ゴリラ面のあなたに言われたくない
Those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
いや、それはこれは触れられないな。あなたの要望これは要望っていうの？要望は特殊だ。ちょっとそれは人のプライベートに関わるので触れないでおこう。
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem.
まあ、ごもっとも
Yes, I
言っ
know
てるこ
what
と
you
すっごい
speak of.
Can I ask you a few
正しい見た目以外は。
questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
どうしてもあなたの要望は特殊だよ。
Sorry, did you just say
ベラって
Vera?
何？
What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
お、選択肢が増えた。もうとりあえず行ってくるって言いたいけど情報が少ないと、
You mentioned a lifeboat.
一応
Is it still
要望以外
around?
には触れとこう。
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my
Don't
son,
send to
newcomer, and be
Nine.
quick about it.
証拠手がかりとバートの要望。フェイスブック証拠。もう字が多すぎて歩夢君はもういっぱいいっぱいでござる。剣をブンブン回したりとかする心理の幹だよ。 見えない。見えない。うん。はい。あ、コントローラーを。押してるって言ってんじゃんよ。もう。何が分かったの？うん。あ、心の目使いって。戦闘とかって。どうして見えてるマジか。魚か。タコだ。タコだ、タコだ。しかしあんまり衛生環境は良さそうな感じです。すっごい CD 回ってるんだけど、階段あるし、バスタブが2つですね。ああ、なるほど。漁師の人はこうやってバスタブで魚をさばくんだね。お邪魔します。お、よかった。そうだよ。
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
話が通じてる。
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
いろんな事情があるね。みんなどこにケイトは
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
神様
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. May have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul?
ポールって誰？
Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
なるほど。こいつか？
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
お、心の目か。どっちだどっちだ。なんかすごいことになっちゃってるよ。
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
なんか動いてる。なんか青いレーズがどんどん減ってるんだけど。ん？スタミナか。うん。だね。あのまま引き金を吹けばよかったのか。蓋を起動して、人は死んでる。どういうこと？なんかいる。こいつはどう会話すんの？なるほど。みのちゃん頭いいな。ああ、奥さん頭いいな。はっ。消えた。
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
写真でか。
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
酒はたくさんあったみたいだね。おう、こういうことか。さっきの画面は。長押し、うりゃー。
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina, Haftin.
終わり？終わっちゃった。ん？押して切り替え、オンオフにする。押したままにしてピンを止める。なるほど。上って書いてあるね。心の目。こうか。違った。上？操作方法には大丈夫か。とりあえず打ってみるか。
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulina, Haftin.
うん、わからん。ここにいたあぶく銭の人はどこ行っちゃったんだろうね。手紙？誰か。ん？手紙あった？ まかな。
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
匠の仕事だったらしい。とりあえずゴリラ面の人っていうか床が空いてるのはよろしくないな。
Choo choo. Choo choo.
全然わからん。
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
ダーツみたいなところ。ダーツだね。ダーツ遊びか。と、まあ、ブラックボーンとかだったらここで降りて、この船の中から素敵なものは何もなかった。とりあえず殴る。とりあえず殴るま。危うく落ちるとこだったぜ。なんかいいんだろう、オラオラ。隠れてんじゃねえのか。
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
奥さんさっきまで YouTube 見てた？あ、なるほど。よいしょ。なんかあった。鉄くず。鉄くずが結構アイテムとして多いな。あ、漁師の家だよ。これは証拠？違うな。カメラ、とりあえずカメラにしとこう。証拠。これは遊び方。証拠は出ない。一応心の目、心眼。上。コントローラーを取られる。
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
お、なんかいる。
What's happening?
浮いてるね。どうからん。どうやってミフチャが入ったのかもするのかな。 なんかいる。
Take this, ape face.
猿顔目。あそこの青、暗い猿顔目って言って銃を持ってるから撃たれる方が猿顔なんじゃない？そうね、そこの青いのは
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
このハテナは何だろう。細胞？で終わり？
Yeah, run!
数字が1になった。
Yeah, run!
そこから逃げたってことか。息子ちゃん。じゃあとりあえず現世に戻って。
Take this, ape face.
これはなんか
What's happening?
まあ普通に考えたら1だよね。
What's happening?
逆順になってるっぽかった。何これ今美穂ちゃんが奥さんが数字変えたの？どうやって？
Yeah, run!
丸ボタンで変えられるの？
Yeah, run!
よくわからん。
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
どういう意味？旅行をして詳しく。記憶の宮殿みたいな話あった？今見てるの？記憶の宮殿は何？動画を見てるの？お？うちの奥さんが地図を出した。これは何？これが記憶の宮殿？地図のところか。俺の予想ではそこから飛び降りたらどっかにいいんじゃね？
I've said everything I know.
記憶の宮殿にずっとなんかピコピンついてるけど。いいね。 うん。そのままっすぐ。船だったの？
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
戦闘能力レベルで上がっていくタイプか。なんかすごいことが始まってるぞ。何をしてるの？記憶の宮殿、精神安定、時系列？組み合わせてんの？精神安定したまま、不安定なまま戻ったアルバートは海から戻った後、異様な行動をとっていた。狂気的かつ暴力的。アルバートって誰？負傷して逃げたアルバート？これでくっつければいいんじゃないの？違うの？これか？ 選択肢がどんどん減っていくぞ。全然遊び方がわからない。何が起きてるんだ。地図を開いた。地図を開いたらアルバイト追跡に変わらないでしょ。意味がわかんない。わからん。そうそう、さっきのところ。どこ？あれ？知らない。そして登るから。あなたは誰ですか？
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed. The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
顔がアルバートっぽい。そういうこと？
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
あれ
I gave you clear instructions, did I not? I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
アルバートを追跡って書いてあったけど、アルバートのところで診断開けばいいのか。わっ、わかんないけど、こんなやついたっけ。
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
関係ないの？あ、そうなのね。そうだね。そうだね。 入れる。
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer?
好きなのかな。
Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
一番沈んだバーをあった。
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills.
あの漁師の家で戻るか。なんか体に絡みついてる。なんかライフル減ってんだ。ほっ、死んだ。冬なりは海水なんだ。船あった？証拠どこに何がある？はいはい、別用のものと。
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
So こさっき見たじゃん。丸ボタンの長押し。最初からもしかして。
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. 5 cards short of a full house.
フルハウスには5枚足りない。全部足りないよね。
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
どういうこと？すべての証拠が揃ったらしいよ。で、どうすんの？
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
さっきのやつ？記憶の宮殿？それともケースブック？これか？アルバートスログモード。アルバートスログモード。今三角押したね。丸ボタン。アルバートが広めたヒステリー。証拠は全部揃った。そのままじゃあおっさんに話しかけに行くわ。ちゃんちゃんで三角をしたら変わんない。お、なんかボワンボワンってやって心眼発動。じゃない？おー、いる、なんかいる。
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
右側にいるんだ。ないか。下。これで終わり？足跡が残る。なんか違うな。落ちた。
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
ここじゃないよ。ここに行けばいいの？ようないのかわかんないけど。焦る意味がわかんない。
Knock it off.
ここねじゃないよ。あるの？
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Yeah. Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's our centaur.
Give it to me. What did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
運ばない。とりあえずここに貼りたいのね。
Familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to
What the? Get them! Oh. What the? Get them! Oh.
The door won't budge.
The port is closed by order of Robert Faulkner. Back off.
走れ走れ走れ走れ。心眼なし。犬のマット調べなくていいの？調べたけど、なんかそれが必要だみたいなこと言ってなかった。
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
ん。産地戻んねえかな。ここで
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
上から見る？うん。自動ドアは反応しない。イエーイ、アルコールデッツ。お、レジだ。クソ。うん。照準。L1 打ってみる？はーい。お、装填できた。うん。装填はできた。でも、誤発射すると嫌なので、カメラにしとく。これも使えない。最悪そこ登って降りることができるから。よし、じゃあ降りますか。そこはあれだね、扉マークがついてるね。火薬焼き場ね、薬莢南京錠左を押して詳しく。南京錠、銃や近接鋼鉄で壊すことができます。壊すんかい。これリフトもしねえとリフトもしてんじゃん。息子さんなんかいる。どうした？ビビったもう。おらん。死んだんだよね。あれ消えた？消えた。謎すんす。邪魔します。失礼します。もういませんか？嫌ですよ。いるんでしょ？大丈夫ですね。ダメかな？
One fatal round through the forehead.
息子さん。
That's no accident. This was deliberate. そろったって書いてた？うん。そうこそもそろったって書いてあるね。
ルイス・フリンに金を借りる。これはどう見ても最後でしょ。うん。違う。これ？こういうこと？はい。バカだな。なので君はちょっとっぽい。意味がわかんない。
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.じゃあ戻せばいいんじゃないの？わからん。This was deliberate.
ごめんね。どうぞ。読み込んでんだけど。食料とかじゃない。そのまま地下に どうするような扉。一応報告行く？息子ちゃんはセキュラ
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Bye.
Got a spare bullet, fella?
Come on.
I ain't eaten in days.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed? I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
どうすればいいと思う？どこです。まあ伝説の剣とかないだろうさすがに。薬莢はお、ショットガンだ。これが欲しい。
You want a drink?
なんか飲むか。いえ。酔っ払いしかいない。
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. Mr. Carpenter's food give
everywhere.
away with this darn port closure. Ugh, how Mr. Carpenter's food give away with this darn port closure.
だそうです。
What the? Get the... Oh.
なんとかしろっていうことはあれかな。ドンキかな。
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. So I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
What?
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
ああ、仮説が出たんだ。うん。ああ、なるほどね。こっちの場合はああ、よくわからんけど。あ、今まで、うん。 くつかの手がかりがあって、それを掛け合わせて真相をみたいな感じなんだ。よくわからんけど。で、そして Facebook がよくわからん。まあこれはちょっと時間あるときにでもやろう。そうそうそう。厄介事が消えるって言ったにもかかわらず。どれ？こいつ？
What the?
くれみたい
Get
な。
the. Oh.
こいつも関係ない。喋りかけることするじゃない。
You want a drink?
ルイス置いてかれますね。よし、これで音のところに全部。まあどのくらいもらえたんだろう。4発まで犯人を見つけたって言っちゃってんじゃん。
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. He has to ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert is... Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
犯人を放置してしまったのは心が痛みますが、まあ仕方ない。まあ仕方ない。幻覚なら仕方ない。さあ登れ。登らんのか。登らんのか。登れんのか。もう警察官がいなくなってます。さあここからは新しい道ですね。主人公がまた一人勝手に歩き出したぞ。夢落ちか。夢落ち多いな。はい、時間も2時間となりました。ここで一旦この動画を終了したいと思います。YouTube なので動画自体がそのまま残ってると思いますので、もしもよろしければ見てください。かなりグダグダです。お疲れ様でした。